Hey everybody, I would like to do a vocal review of my Valencia Pride mango tree in its third year. This tree overall, it seems like it's doing okay. Not exactly the most vigorous tree, and for the most part, the size it's gotten a little bigger, but not a whole lot. But as you can see, this year it's fruiting quite a bit. You can see all the fruits right here. Right now it's September 17th, 2023 in Santa Ana, Southern California. So the fruit is not fully mature yet. It's still got quite a bit of growing to do. But you can see some of the fruits here are pretty big already. Lots of fruits this year. Now I don't know if all these fruits are gonna stay on the tree for the next month or so, but I will keep monitoring the fruit development and show you the fruit growth in the next part of this vocal review. Yep, lots of fruit this year, and lots of fruit have fallen on the ground also, as you can see there. Another thing I want to point out is this tree, it is fully supported. As you can see there, I got all the strings holding up all the limbs of this tree. Otherwise this thing would just droop all the way to the ground. So unusual mango tree is that it just seems like it can't stand on its own. It needs massive support, as you can see with all those strings there. Yeah, so unusual. Usually mango trees, after their third year, they should be able to stand on their own. Their limbs should be able to straighten out and be strong enough to support everything, but not this tree, guys. In its third year, it's fully strung up right there, looking kind of weird. But at least it's growing new leaves, so that's a good sign. Is that it's growing and it's producing fruits at the same time, so that's good. Yep. Yeah, some of these fruits are humongous. Look at that. Those are humongous right there. Okay guys, I'm going to continue this vocal review in the next part, showing the fruit development and ultimately ending with a taste test, likely gonna happen very late this year, maybe November, December time frame for a taste test. Yeah, this year it's been unusual. We've gotten a long cold spell that lasted all the way to May, June time frame, so a lot of these trees are not behaving normally in yeah, just because of the long cold spell, they're blooming a lot later, and so that's why. Yep, this tree this year has definitely been different for a lot of my tropical fruit trees, but at least they're still doing very well, staying healthy and producing fruit. So those are good signs. Look at that, pretty, growing nice and fat. Look at that right there. Yeah, probably the one thing I don't like about this tree is the fact that it needs to be strung up all its limb. Otherwise, it would just be more like a willow dripping all around. Okay. Hey everybody, I would like to do the second part of this vocal review of my Valencia Pride mango tree located in Southern California in the city of Santa Ana. So the first part of this vocal review was done about a month ago. Today is October 22nd, 2023. So I'm coming back for the second part to show you the fruit development. So as you can see here, the fruit is coming along. It's getting bigger, fatter overall. Let me come around here and show you the fruits on this side. Look at that. Nice and plump. Again, those in there, huge. They don't appear to be ripe yet. I think maybe in about a month they might start to get ripe. So what I found interesting is that you can see this fruit, it's got like a red blemish in the area exposed to the sun, but then if you lift up, that area underneath the leaf is green. So it looks like the darker blemish, that's due to the direct sun exposure. So I didn't know about that, but yes, after observing this specific fruit here, I realize now why some of the fruit has this darker blemish to them, and it's because they're exposed directly to the sunlight. That's why. And these, the same thing too, whereas these in here, these bigger mangoes, they're not exposed a lot to the sunlight, so they're able to retain their green color. So they're not ripe yet. When they're ripe, they'll turn yellow. Actually, I would have gotten more mangoes this year, but this branch here broke off because this support right here broke, and caused the tree to get tilted, and in the process it knocked off this branch, which knocked off this branch right here, which had a bunch of mangoes to it. So I lost a pretty big branch, but maybe in the future it will recover and grow bigger and stronger branches. So we'll see. Look at this one here. That one's pretty big. And more down here. There's like a triple cluster down here. Pretty big as well. Doesn't that look enticing right there? So I think I have about maybe 20 mangoes left on the tree. Yep, and in about a month's time I'll do another vocal review of this tree, the third part, and we'll see if the fruit by then has started to ripe, and perhaps I'll try to do the last part, which is the taste test part, and let you know how it tastes. Okay, so that's my Valencia Pride mango tree in its third year. Overall it is bigger. It's produced more foliage in the 3 years that it's been in the ground. So it's growing, but to be honest, the growth rate is very slow. Yeah, if you compare the previous vocal reviews I've done on this tree in previous years, you notice that it hasn't put on a whole lot of growth, but every year it's been giving me fruit, so that's not too bad. And you can see on the strings that are holding up the limbs, because without these strings it would, other limbs would be pretty much touching the ground. So this tree, unfortunately, it's still not able to stand on its own. It needs quite a lot of support. Yep, so I don't know how it's gonna do in the future, but it's producing fruits and foliage year after year, so maybe it's just a very slow grower and a very late bloomer. Fruit just hangs on the tree for a long time, and yeah, it can go all the way to December without getting ripe. So we'll see how it progresses this year, if it's gonna be able to get ripened earlier than December. We'll see. All right, so that's my Valencia Pride mango tree in its second year. Let me zoom in on this cluster here. Nice cluster. Looking good there. And come back to these fruits here. Look at that. Oh yes. Looks very delicious, but can't eat it yet. It's not ripe. Yeah, that cluster there, if I didn't string up this branch, it would just touch the ground. So, oh, look at that one there, boy. Looks big and delicious. Well, that one is big. But the biggest would have to be these right here. This right here. Don't get a lot enough sun exposures, so they're pretty much all green, but they're not ripe yet. Okay guys, that was my second part. I'll come back in about a month's time and do the third part of the fruit development. Okay, I'm gonna check out. Hey guys, this is the third part of my vocal review of this Valencia Pride mango tree. Today is November 19th, 2023. We've been eating several mangoes and they were delicious. And I had forgotten to record the taste test, so I'm gonna have to do that eventually, but I still have quite a few mangoes left. And they're looking good. This one is cracked. I'm not sure what happened there, but his is cracked. So I'm gonna have to pick that one. I don't think it's gonna get any more ripe than that. This one is looking really good. It's starting to feel a little bit soft. So starting to get ready to eat. More here. These are on the smaller side. Oh no, another cracked one. Oh boy, got 2 cracked mangoes already. That's not good. More here. 2 big ones right here. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember to do a taste test, and that will complete my vocal review for this tree for this year. Look at it, so pretty. Hey guys, I would like to do an addition to my vocal review of my Valencia Prime mango tree. So today is November 20th, 2023, and today is not a good day for my trees in general, because if you look around, you see a big mess in my yard. And you look at this guava tree here, it's got a lot of its leaves stripped. The reason for that is because we have a Santa Ana wind event today, and the winds were very strong, did a lot of damage to my trees. So even though Santa Ana winds are extremely damaging, there's also a beneficial side to them, and let me explain what that is. It's beneficial because it helps my Valencia Pride mangoes to ripen a lot quicker. The Santa Ana winds, they're coming in, bringing the heat, and that heat helps to ripen these mangoes here. Otherwise, they could be hanging on the tree all the way through winter. So the Santa Ana winds are a double-edged sword. On one hand, they're extremely damaging. On the other hand, if you have tropical fruits on the tree at this time of year, then they can be helpful for those fruits to ripen quickly before the winter sets in. So yeah, that's one good thing about the Santa Ana winds. And look at that, this fruit right here, it's soft to the touch, so it's almost ripe, and thanks to the Santa Ana winds to help the ripening process progress more. And this one here, even though it's cracked, I'm letting it stay on the tree because maybe it'll get ripened. We'll see. Yeah, so on the next part I'm gonna do a test, cut inside a ripe mango, and that will conclude my Valencia Pride mango vocal review for this year. Yeah, here's another one here that's cracked. It's not looking good. We already ate a couple already. They were delicious. Yeah, quite a few are still not ripe yet. We'll have to okay, so that's just an addition to this vocal review. There will be another part for the taste test, and that will conclude this vocal review of this Valencia Pride mango tree in its third year. Hey everybody, so we got 2 mangoes from my Valencia Prime mango tree in the back. Now we're gonna cut into it. It looks really delicious. They look huge. I'm not cutting into the mango here, and you can look at the color and the texture there. Smooth, really nice color. Look at the texture and the colors. So beautiful. So cut it in half. You see that. And oh, it's giving off a really aromatic. It's very aromatic right now. There's the other half there. You can see the seed. Now we're cutting into the second mango here. Again, this one is looking very pretty. Texture and color. That's the first mango there. Looks really delicious, guys. Wow, look at that. Looks so delicious. So that's from 2 mangoes from my Valencia Pride mango tree in the back. Look at how delicious and texture and color, freshness. Boy. Okay guys, so I'm gonna undo my taste test right now. How the mangoes look. Okay. Do a taste test here. There's one right here. Sweet. It's got a hint of coconut and pineapple in there. Very delicious. Oh my goodness. It's like eating pineapple and coconut at the same time. Very sweet. So good, guys. This is homegrown Valencia Pride mango. I know it's delicious. Boy, so good. Can't stop eating. Just delicious. Yeah, it's like eating coconut mixed with pineapple. That's the taste.
Con có đĩa chưa? Chưa hả?
Oh my god, so good. Very sweet. Sweet, juicy. Wow. Outstanding. Wow. I'd recommend to plant a mango tree if you're in Southern California. They can produce here, they do well. I've seen huge 20-30 feet mango trees here in Southern California, so they do well in this area. Mm.